Hello YouTube, this is Sean from Expert Mechanics at 727 Kipling Avenue, Etobicoke, Ontario, M8Z5G4, Canada. Phone number here is 416-201-8600. Just wanted to share something with you guys regarding a 2006 Mercedes manual transmission not going into reverse, or if it doesn't go to any gear, could be reverse, could be the fifth. This one also was not going into the fifth. The transmission is Hansel, and this is the transmission number. The car is up on the hoist, and that's the car. It's a 2006 B200. B200. So the trouble with this one was that you would go to reverse all the way and you shift it in, but it will still be in fourth. Or you try to go to fifth and it will be in third. What I wanted to share with you, what I've discovered after I took the transmission out, we first checked all the cables, all the linkages that hooks up to the nipple here and the rod here, and they were all working inside the car, underneath the shifter, and then over here. There was no loose play in it, so if there's any grommets around here and they have loose play, or here, or disconnected or disengaged, it would not shift. But that wasn't the case. Everything was nice and tight, but it still wasn't shifting. So after taking it out, and I took the cables out in the car, and I went up and down and shifted it. See, that's shifting it back and forth. That's neutral, and that's 1 and 2. Then when it goes into third and fourth, it lifts up like that, and when it lifts up, then at that time when it's lifted like that, I have only one hand on it, so it's hard to do that, but it's going to be like that, and that will be one or the other gear, fourth or whatever. And then to go into reverse, it has to go down like this. It goes down all the way, and then it goes into reverse, and then also fifth is the same way. You go down, and then it goes into fifth. Now this one wasn't going into fifth and reverse. The problem with this one was, you see here there's a little track right over here, and in the track there's a rod going in from this linkage. You see that? And you see it's kind of bronze now. There's a plastic insert that was in there, and in the pin, there's a pin in there, and there was a plastic insert on it, and that plastic insert is this guy here. It goes in like that inside, and it's a spacer, basically. It's like a grommet, and it keeps a proper distance between here, so it's like that, and pushing up and down on the fork, or the fork shaft here. So it goes up and down, and this was broken. It cracked in half, and it fell down. Now, even though it's broken and fell down, it would have shifted if this was not in the way, and if it fallen down and went away, it probably would have shifted, but it would be a lot of slack in the shifter. It would be very sloppy. And going side to side will go a lot. Instead of moving it a little bit side to side, it will go all the way to one side or all the way to the other side. In this case, no matter how much I pushed it to the right of the shifter, it wouldn't go any further. and the problem was this thing here was broken and it was stuck like right underneath it here, like it was right there, like right under the lever here. So it was like in there, it was stuck in there, it was jammed in there, so you can't really go in down because of that. So if I would have removed that one, it probably would have shifted, but it would have been sloppy. So good thing I took it apart, but I didn't have to take the transmission all the way out if I knew this was the case. You couldn't see that at all in the car. There's a lot of clutter there. But you could remove these 4 bolts. You see the 4 bolts here, this torque head, and then that one there, and that one. Once you take that one out, this whole assembly comes right out. With a little bit of a prying here, this will come right out. You take that out, and then you can work on it on the bench and put it back in and leave the transmission alone in the car. I did not see any video online that would explain it in this detail, but I guess this plastic could happen to anybody. This is a plastic and it's going to break, and it's a cheap design, and this is going to happen. So if it happens to you, don't take the whole transmission out. You only take off this housing. Alright, so once you take it out, this one, if you have a shop, you're a shop owner, or someone who has a torches, what I did is I had it sideways sitting on the vise, and I put a wet rag around the rest of the shaft and the linkages, and then right where the grommet goes in, that little pin which goes in like this, all around it I build it up with a braze. It's a bronze. So I filled it up little by little. I cool it down and go to the other side, fill it up, and while I was in the neutral position, I got rid of the gap. There was a gap up on top, 3 millimeters, and 3 millimeters down below. Got rid of all the gap, and I filled it up even further out and sideways, and cooled it and did it again and again and again, and I got a nice solid weld, braze weld on it all around, and got rid of all the free play. Before, if I would go like this thing would be going back and forth a lot. Now it just barely moves, and that's good, because I mean it's tight in here, so there's not going up and down too much, just a little bit. And when you go up, it goes up, and when you push down, it pushes down all the way. So it'll give you a nice tight shifter, as well as fix the problem permanently, and it will not break again. There will be no more plastic to break again. If I had to buy it, most likely I had to buy this whole shifter mechanism probably, because it's not even easy to take this thing apart. I tried to take it apart and it wouldn't even come apart. So the best thing was like this, and it's permanent fix. It will not fail. So that's why what we do here at Expert Mechanics is a little bit different than other shops. We find the source of the problem and we fix it, and we improve on the original design. This will work forever and it will not happen again. So thanks for watching, and if you like our video, give us a thumbs up. It's Expert Mechanics at 727 Kipling Avenue, Etobicoke, Ontario, M8Z 5G4, and phone number once again is 416-889-4998. Thank you and have a nice day.